everyone, and welcome to the General Hospital recap for October 16th. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Also, be a beauty and hit the bell down below so you get notified every time we upload a new video or recap. Let's get right to it. At the bus terminal, the men find patient Jason, which in patio chat is what we decided we were going to call him. I know it's been a big delay. This week has kind of been like that, but we're getting there. Jason quickly disarms and takes both the men down. He wants the one guy to make a call for him. He wants the guy to call Klein and say they're headed back to Russia with him, and the guy does that and then hands the phone to Jason, and Jason knocks them out and arranges their bodies and robs them and also takes all their weapons. But as far as I know, the two guys are still alive. At Elizabeth's place, now Franco is literally kind of being haunted by this little boy, Andrew, and he wakes up from like this nightmare. And Franco's like really bothered when he wakes up, and Elizabeth asks what's going on, like what it was, and he tells her it was about Andrew and the way he died. Liz says that finding all of this out and what happened is traumatic, so this is totally normal for him to have these kinds of nightmares. And Franco's still apprehensive about telling Jason, and she reminds him that he's not involved. He didn't do anything wrong here. He's just passing along the information, and his mom was bullied by Heather Weber, and Jason's not going to hold that against her because Heather Weber is, you know, destructive, to say that's I think the nicest thing anyone could ever say about her. Nothing anyone did could have prevented Andrew's death because he died of natural causes, so it's fine. Stop worrying about it. At Crimson, Michael comes to see Nelle at Crimson. She feels that he's been distant. He does have something he wants to talk to her about. Curtis did find something. He asks if she remembers what she said to the police after the accident. He asks about her saying that she's not a strong swimmer, and then he shows her the picture of her in high school where she was the star swimmer. So why did she lie to the police? She says that whole thing like feels like another life. Just because she was on the high school swim team doesn't mean she could have saved Zach. She was a racer, you know, she was like a Michael Phelps. She wasn't like a marathon swimmer in the ocean. Well, I'm saying that because I watch way too much Olympics. By the way, Olympics gonna come up. Do you want me to do like a video thing for the Olympics? Probably not. Okay. Anyway, she wasn't equipped to jump into the cold ocean, and how was she supposed to get Zach onto the boat even if she could get to him? Like, he was way too heavy. And that makes sense. And she says she lied because she felt if there was even an inkling of her being able to save Zach, and she didn't, his family would have pounced on her with their lawyers. And Michael asks if there's been any more lies, and she feels very attacked right now. To quote Laganja Estranja, he tells her everything comes out eventually, especially in this day and age. You eventually get caught, and he understands her defense mechanism, but something has to change. She's trying just like Morgan was, and that's the kind of the view that Michael's taking on this. He's not judging her. She's flawed like everyone else. He hired Curtis to make things better for her, but it's just getting worse. So he's going to call Curtis off. Everyone deserves a clean slate. Well, not everyone. At Kelly's, Curtis and Jordan are out for breakfast. Stella comes in, and this woman, Trish, thanks Stella for all her help. She's an angel. And I love Stella's poncho, by the way. She's wearing this like really nice top. And Trish says that Jordan is also her other angel. Apparently Trish's father has dementia. Jordan got a call. Her father was trying to get into an apartment that wasn't his, and she and this other officer took him to General Hospital, and Stella took it from there. Stella says goodbye to Curtis, but not Jordan, and Curtis thinks maybe there could be some common ground between her and Stella. And he thinks that this little episode right here could be the beginning of a game changer in their relationship. Because Curtis always looks on the bright side of life. Do-do, 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 do-do. Hey, at General Hospital, Liz and Franco arrive. Stella and Liz are fast friends. She introduces Franco to Stella. Elizabeth tells Stella she's doing a great job here. Stella runs a death certificate past Elizabeth. It's a teenager who overdosed, and they just talk about how sad it is, especially because like the cause of death is on the certificate, and the parents are going to always have to see that. Franco asks Stella how to get a copy of a death certificate, and she says it's all a matter of public record, like he just has to go on the internet. And he's like, oh, I thought police would be involved, and police don't really like him. She's like, oh, really? Like, do you know Jordan? And he's like, yeah, I've had some trouble with the law. And he's like, yeah, I've been accused of doing stuff I didn't do, but we're not going to talk about that other stuff. At Sonny's, Carly is going to be totally moved in by tonight. Brick and one of Sonny's security come in. Brick needs to talk to Sonny, and Carly's like, I trust she'll tell me later, right? He tells Sonny that he's under surveillance. His phones are being tapped. Brick doesn't know who did it. It's really sophisticated though, so he's guessing it's the feds or national security that developed it, but not necessarily they're the ones who are listening to him. Brick thinks it's more about who called Sonny than Sonny himself, and face-to-face conversations from now on. Just, to be cautious. Brick leaves, and Sonny tells Carly about the phone taps. No need to worry though. He's concerned, but he's dealt with worse, and he's going to call some of his partners to see if they've dealt with anything like this. Then, after everyone leaves, Jason walks into Sonny's through that back door that goes right into the living room. He's looking at the pictures, he's taking in the time that's passed, and then he hears the security talking about lockdown, so he gets out of there real fast. And it was just like, ooh, it's just kind of that, I don't know, that feeling. You can't really put it into words. At Sam's place, Jason and Sam are home. Sam wants to call Sonny and Carly before they start any celebrating. Jason thinks that they'll do great. He's ran a company before, and she asked him if he wants to do this. And what he wants is his own legit business that they can run together. She has one condition: if he ever feels trapped behind the desk, she wants him to get up and walk away and never look back. He wants to let Sonny know before the press finds out. Sam wants to refocus on this Elizabeth and Franco stuff. He's not letting that go, but he will find out, just not today. Patient Jason walks up to their door. He knocks. When nobody answers his knocks, he unlocks the door himself. He calls for Sam, but no one's home. They've since left. He sees Sam's jacket, and he holds her jacket. He remembers giving her that jacket, and I forget the context of the scene, but basically she says how she'll be waiting and thinking of him. At the Metro Court, Sonny and Carly meet Sam and Jason at the restaurant. They've made a definite future decision. Their new business is in Port Charles. They bought Derek Wells Media, and they're going to be changing the name. It's definitely a surprise to them. They've got a lot to learn, but they are looking forward to it, and Sonny and Carly congratulate them. Sam remembers she needs to sign Daddy's permission slip at home. It's due today, so she's going to run and do that real fast. It'll take her 2 seconds. And now end scene. Nelle thanks Michael for trying to help. She's going to reboot for a second. Michael calls Curtis. He tells him to drop the Nelle investigation. Curtis asks if he's sure, and Nelle overhears that because she's waiting outside the door, and she's like, all happy with herself. Stella tells Elizabeth Franco's a little strange, but he's definitely in love with her. Franco is looking up Andrew in the national database, but there's no matches found. Patient Jason is continuing around the apartment. He sees the little cars, the little motorcycle, and he doesn't know Jake is alive, and it's like, oh my goodness. And Jake is going to be super confused, and he just has to go outside and get a little air, and honestly, don't we all, because it's a little overwhelming. And then the door opens. Sam walks into the apartment. Jason sees her, but she can't see him. Oh my god. So that's where we're ending Mondays. I will see you in 2 seconds for more Drama Hospital, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.